Hello and welcome to another Freelance Fridge video tutorial. I want to cover how I design for small figurine lines, such as collectible toys for kids or collectibles for adults that are 3 inches or smaller in size. This is an industry where there's a lot of growth market. There's a lot of opportunities. There's things such as vending for capsule toys, licensed toys, for various films that come out and things like that. And then also, all the independent lines out there like Squinkies and Trash Pack, Crazy Bones, Craftlings, Shopkins, Uglies, and so much more. There's a lot of toys out there that are this small size, single mold figurines that are hand painted or pad printed and things like that. I want to discuss how you design a toy for that small figurine line. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. When designing for a vending toy or a small toy that's going to be in a blind bag or a capsule of some sort, the important thing to remember is you have this limited real estate within a capsule or a blind bag or something like that, and you want to make the best use of that space combined with price point. And so you don't want a figurine that doesn't feel like there's a perceived value. So you want to make sure that this character is designed in a way where it takes up the most space possible in whatever type of packaging there is for that particular toy. So I'll just get right into it. I had 3 ideas that I had drawn before for fun that I thought might work well for a figurine, collectible figurine of some sort in a small size, but I did want to adjust these. So this first one, I had this kind of Scuba Shark that I thought was a neat character that I designed, but he's too tall and skinny. He needs to be compacted down some so that he fits for vending or for a small figurine a lot better. Also, I wanted to make sure that this particular character was designed for a single mold, single piece figurine rather than pieces put together. So you'll see later on that I take this glass dome off of his head to achieve that. The second figurine idea, based on an old piece of artwork I did, was this kind of Robin Hood dragon guy. I thought there's a lot of potential here of a cool collectible character, but again, his proportions and dimensions don't work quite too well for if he was a small figurine that ended up in a box or a capsule or a blind bag of some sort. And then lastly, I had this kind of stone Tiki kind of dude that I thought had a lot of personality. But again, I wanted to compact him down so that he would work for a small figurine line. So with those ideas in mind, I created a few concepts here for what this figurine could be. So here's where I took the Dragon Hood, as I'm calling him, and I kind of took the idea, the concept, but then made him more compacted down. You kind of try to think of a ball or a small box as your idea, as how can I make this figurine fit in that, but take up as much volume or space within that small sphere or box. So that's what I did here. I took the initial concept and reworked it, redesigned it in a way where he would fit well. His arms, his legs, and everything kind of are close to his body. Nothing's protruding out extensively. So I think he would work pretty well in a small size. The second concept here, I took that Scuba Shark, just removed that glass top because I don't want to do two separate molds. I want to make sure that it's something that could just be done as one figurine of one mold or one 3D print. And you can see I really compacted him down, shrunk him in a way that all of his pieces are kind of closer together. He's more of that rounder, bulbous kind of shape so that he can make the most use in whatever small packaging he gets stuck within. And you can see his hands and his harpoon are all close to his body, so it works well for a single mold. You don't have anything that would end up getting ripped off or pulled apart when they're removing these from a mold as a single figure mold. And then here's that stone Tiki guy, again compacted down, rounded out. His extremities aren't too far from his body, so that he could again make the most use of the space that he would occupy within a small box or capsule or blind bag or something like that. And then lastly, I just created kind of a different concept just for fun, just to round it out with 4 ideas. This Rhino Paladin with wings. The big challenge here is I started drawing him and I didn't want his wings to be too small, and so this particular figure might not work all that well in capsule form because his wings are going to take up like half of the space, and so thus in proportion his body will end up a lot smaller and you won't be able to get quite as big a figurine within a small packaging. So if I were to do this particular character for a vending capsule or small Shopkins box or something of that nature, I would have to address these wings and shrink them down to maybe just barely beyond the top of his head like this. So I kind of ruled him out pretty quickly as far as which character I'm going to go ahead and build in 3D in future videos here. So let's go take a look back at the other ones here. So Rhino Paladin just isn't going to work quite for this video series that I'm going to do. But all the rest I think would work quite well. I'm leaning towards this Dragon Hood character or the Scuba Shark. I feel like they have the most personality and uniqueness. Whenever you're creating characters for a collectible line of some sort, you want to make sure that they're characters that have some sort of uniqueness in and of themselves, so that kids, if they're trying to collect them all in blind bags or blind boxes or something like that, or vending product, they're going to want to buy more than one to try to get the one they really want. So I think overall, all 4 of these will work great together in a collectible line because they're very different from each other. And I could see a collector being drawn to 1 or 2 of these in particular and trying to buy what they can to you know, essentially win the one they really want. So when it's all said and done, I think I'm going to either develop the Dragon Hood or the Scuba Shark as the 3D character for my videos. So you'll see which one I choose in the next video. Suspense! Thanks for watching, and I look forward to working with you through 3D modeling of one of these characters.